Okay, so we're another Raw removed from SummerSlam and one Raw closer to Night of Champions. So of course we began with Del Rio celebrating his first official title defense over the currently injured Rey Mysterio. Which brought down John Cena, which brought down CM Punk, which brought down Triple H. And that's like your opening like 20 minutes. And then of course we see our first opening contest between Del Rio and Morrison. Actually, really, these two have some really good chemistry. And of course, Del Rio ended up winning. But I'll be honest, Morrison really seemed like he was a serious contender in that match against Del Rio, which was great. You know, when Del Rio and Rey, decent chemistry, but Del Rio and Morrison had some great chemistry in that match. Lots of good back and forth. That's what you want to have for your opening match. And then Eve took on one of the Bellas, and I'm still trying to figure out that whole the booty pop standing moonsault. It seems like in the time it takes to get that move set up, you could have pinned your opponent by now. At a Botchamania recently, they showed Maurice actually move, and then had to reposition herself so she actually could take the move from Eve. And then the other Bella came in and Kelly took her out, so they played her theme music. Well, I did at the Divas of Doom, I guess. Cut probably one of the worst little box promos I've heard. They think we want to be pretty. We don't. They want to have voluptuous bodies. We don't. Okay. Natalya and Beth, you're both beefy girls. Nothing wrong with that. You actually already are voluptuous. You do have curves. And you've got muscle tone. But you know what we really want? We're not going to tell you. And then they came down to the ring, and the way they look just looks horrible. They look like rejects from the Jersey Shore. It does not look appealing to either one of those two. It doesn't. Beth Phoenix with some weird, reverse flock of seagulls, little tufts in the front. No. No. Just no. Kevin Nash made his way down to the ring and didn't blow a quad. That means this is like the third time he's done it in as many weeks and he's not injured himself yet. We could be heading towards a record for Kevin Nash coming out of the ring and not becoming severely injured. Of course, he was called down by H. So, of course, led to Punk coming down. And Punk and H do a fantastic job when it comes to working the mic together. I really am entirely looking forward to seeing a match between CM Punk and Triple H in the near future. Maybe at Mania? You know, when he more or less said, "Alright, Triple H, I know you have to take your shirt off, take your suit off, fold it up nice and neatly, put it in your wife's purse, along with your balls." And then you got jumped by Kevin Nash. Which then, of course, led to Triple H having to be like, "Nash, I mean, just...
I am the game.
You're not hired here. You can't do these sorts of things." And they told him to go home. And Nash was like, "Dude, you've changed." Nash, you've changed too. You had gray hair when you first started. Now, so you have a long, luxurious head of black hair. With a really bad receding hairline. But, the stuff with Punk and Nash seems like it works pretty well. Primarily because CM Punk's involved. So Punk is going to need to help carry Nash on the mic, to the ring, in the ring, and then probably to the back. Okay. They had a tag team title match. You're probably thinking, who's holding the belt? Well, McGillicuddy and Tonga. Of course. The people who won it while Nexus and then decided to stick around as a tag team with no actual official name. Yes, why continue being called the Nexus and just be a two-person tag team? Just be called the Tonga McGillicuddy. They finally lost their titles. To who? Kofi Kingston and Evan Bourne. Decent match. The one they had last week was a lot better. This one, decent back and forth. And you have new tag team champions, which is great. Because now going to Night of Champions, the one night we're guaranteed to see a tag team title match. Good. We need to see tag team title matches. If you want to develop an actual, what do they call it, division around tag teams, you actually need to have enough tag teams that the belts can change hands and you can have decent, long-running feuds. I'm just saying. Santino got jumped by The Miz and R-Truth, who cut a ridiculous promo. You know, crazy R-Truth and pseudo-crazy Miz do a fantastic job. That was probably one of the best promos they did like that whole night. And then Kevin Nash got injured in a car accident. Triple H left, which then led up into what I mean the main event. So Cena versus Punk. Winner going on to face Del Rio at Night of Champions. So down the ringside you had all three announcers, Del Rio, John Laurinaitis, for the match between CM Punk and John Cena. And these two guys have got probably the best chemistry out of any two guys in the ring going today. Cena Punk is so much better than Cena Orton, and Cena Orton was gold. Cena was so much better than Cena Edge, and Cena Edge was really good. And of course, then Nash made his way down and was like, Punk, I'm not done with you. Which then led to John Cena hitting like his third attitude adjustment, and then pinning CM Punk to become the number 10 for Del Rio. Then Del Rio just did a massive beatdown while John Laurinaitis kindly tried to pull him off. So all in all, not really a bad Raw. It does seem really bizarre that they are actually going to really, really hardcore screw CM Punk, keep him out of the title picture. And in some ways, they do that a lot with someone who's really hot. They'll try to take him out of the title picture for quite some time. I think the feud with him and Nash, it's not going to have a lot of legs. It's not really going to go for a really long period of time. I think a feud between him and H will be really, really good. Oh, I also did that one match. Swagger, well, the new Vicky Guerrero managed Swagger took on Alex Riley. Not a bad match. Ziggler came down and inadvertently knocked down Vicky Guerrero, which led to Alex Riley getting a roll-up victory. So that storyline progressing decently. But the main crux was the Triple H, John Cena, Del Rio, CM Punk angle. Not a bad angle. I'm just not as excited with that one as I was with some of the stuff they did with letting CM Punk just run the stick by himself.